I'm transparent all across the board. I don't sugarcoat shit.
We got nodes. We know.
Okay, so I have Andre's dad. I left because he was my neighbor and he wasn't very, well-to-do.
In LA, here.
I was 17 years old in Ohio.
In Ohio, okay.
And so I left that and I came out here to be an actress. So I left his dad there and I just brought my son with me. Like, we're just getting ready to come out here and ball out and do this, us. I met Janice's dad, and, he was well-to-do, and I ended up getting pregnant. But he had a situation with his baby mama already. And then I got pregnant, and then she got pregnant. Their kids are 9 months apart, so it's kind of almost identical to what Krishan is going through with Blue. Mm-hmm. So then I left, though. I left immediately. And so my friend, my neighbor, I worked in the mall at the time, at the Crenshaw Mall. Mm-hmm. And John's dad, he stayed with me through the whole pregnancy. I had the baby, we got married, and then I had Blue.
Mm. So Andre's dad, when you got pregnant at 17 and you left, did he stay involved in Andre's life, or was that?
So I didn't tell him that he was Andre's dad because it was between him and my boyfriend. He was my neighbor, so I kind of confided in him. I had a cheating boyfriend running around, running here, running there, taking my car, doing this, doing that.
You had a boyfriend at the time you got pregnant with Andre?
Yes.
Had another guy?
Yes. So I had a love interest for a couple years.
So the neighbor who you were confiding in?
He was confiding in me.
Literally?
Yes. And it was actually my first orgasm, so then I was like, oh, fuck, that can't be good, right? So then 9 months later, I kept doing that calendar. You know how you do, you don't know what I'm talking about, but I was doing that calendar, and I just got sick of the calendar, and I ran.
Like, you like Tina Turner ran, or like?
And I just packed up all my, and he wasn't my neighbor no more.
Okay, and so when you left, the boyfriend, did he think that he was Andre's dad?
He knew. He told me, he was like, because I waited like 3 or 4 months trying to figure it out. And then he was like, I think you're pregnant. And I was like, well, I think you'll never find out. And I left.
So when did you find out, and how did you find out who Andre's dad was?
I haven't yet.
So Andre still doesn't know if the confiding neighbor who confided in you or the boyfriend is his dad?
No.
But did you not ever think that it was important that he know who his dad was?
I did, and I don't know. I just felt like they didn't try to make a big deal out of it, so I didn't want any complications with anybody trying to tell me that I couldn't go or couldn't leave the state, so.
But Andre's now 32, so this is 3 decades later.
How do you know how? No. Yeah. It's pretty bad.
So in 3
decades. Probably the worst thing I've ever done in my life, yes.
So in 3 decades, has he not want to know who his dad is?
Well, he went to jail at 16, and then I informed him that he was in jail and asked him if he wanted to do a DNA test while he was in there, and he was to no avail. So a couple times.
Is he out now?
Andre's out now. He's been out 5 years.
He's out now, and so now that he's been out for 5 years, has he in any of that time wanted to see or pursue who his dad is?
I think he kind of just like looked at him and kind of just like, oh, okay, the look is there. So I think he's just assuming, but he has no. On my show, we've actually decided to do it on the show. So
okay, we're gonna get into the show later. Okay, so then after you had Andre's 2, you come here with Andre. You're raising Andre, and you're raising him in the Valley.
Yes.
Okay, so then 4 years later, you have your daughter, and so tell me about that pregnancy, her father, and how that came about.
So I met her father about 2 years after being here, and within 6 months we were living together. He lived in Los Angeles, I lived in the Valley, and I actually met him at Larry Parker's. And
not Larry Parker, the commercial attorney.
No, the remember the little spot that used to be.
I'm not from here. I'm from Northern California.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like a little popping spot in Beverly Hills, and he was with a couple of his friends, and we hit it off, and things went good. And next thing you know, I moved in. Didn't know that he had. I knew